So I was not very sure of how many of you would attend, but irrespective, अगर कम लोग होते तो आपको business class treatment मिलता, but it's a packed hall, so I think yeah, it's a regular airline treatment. All right. So good evening, everyone, and thanks for being here, especially at this hour of the day, 5:30. So against this backdrop of machine learning, skill development, talent management, recruitment, something that you all do day in and day out, maybe in select parts or maybe uh, across the value chain, depending upon what role you are at. But that's how it is for you. And against this backdrop, I am going to talk to you about self-awareness through music. So this is the first one that I'm playing. If you know the song, raise your hand and just go ahead and speak, and I'll strum or play only that much part till the time you recognize which song we are talking about. All right? All right, I saw you first. Yeah, maybe many people know, yes? All right, you. इसके बारे में कुछ और जानते हैं? किसकी लिरिक्स थे, किसने गाया था? Any more details you would know? Kishore Kumar, okay. Out of whatever number of songs that we just listened to, इसमें से कौन सा song था which you have recently listened to? Let's say not now, but maybe day before, a week before. सर आप नहीं. आप तो अगर आज prizes होते सारे आपके थे. So one point that I wanted to talk to you about today was that a song is not captured in our mind in the same way data or information is. 24,596,38, which may be certain figure, will be captured in a different way, and probably if it doesn't matter to your life, you will also forget. But a song, whether it matters to you or not, the moment you recall those, those beats and the melody, it will flash back into your life, right? You may not know the other important piece of information like who the lyrics writer was, who the composer was, but because that doesn't matter to you, right? You enjoy the beauty of song, you enjoy the beauty of listening to the song, and that's what matters to you. So when we talk about learning, it is not just about, memorization and recall. There is no incremental delta that you put in to listen to the songs, right? What is your understanding of self-awareness? Anyone? No definitions, please. What do you think is self-awareness for you? Looking within. Yeah. Maybe that's SWOT analysis, but does that really? Okay, maybe that's his view. Fair enough. And you, yes, sir. To understand your purpose in life. So are you saying that we are talking about something like Sir Maslow said in self-actualization, that's the highest goal? Awareness can give in the clarity, direction. Anyone else? Correct decisions. Okay, great.
Let us close our eyes and sit comfortably. Just observe the chain of thoughts that's constantly flashing in your mind as a continuous feed. Remember, we are not doing an activity in concentration. We are just trying to be observant to our surroundings and observe each thought that is coming in our mind and going. Do not worry about where you are and who is sitting next to you. Just focus on your breath and thoughts that are constantly hitting your mind. Now, as you sit in this comfortable position, think about these scenarios as I speak about them. When was the last time you laughed with immense joy or laughed your heart out? The feeling of laughter was so intense that the laughter was just uncontrollable. What was the reason for your laughter? Was it a joke? Was it a video that you saw was so hilarious? Or was it something that embarrassing that you did in public? And when you think about it now, you just can't stop laughing. What made you filled with joy at that moment in time? Think about that moment and ask yourself, would you want more of such moments in your life? Now, as you are thinking about this thought, the thought of uttermost happiness, park this thought somewhere in your mind. And now, let's visit another thought. When was the time, or when was the last time when you cried or literally sobbed? What was the reason of that intense pain that actually tears roll down your eyes? Was it a mistake which you had made that made you feel terrible? Or was it someone else's mistake, but you had to bear the burden of it? How many of you have experienced crying in last 6 months? Think about it. You don't have to tell anything to me. You have to just think about it. And now, just like we have parked the thought of happiness, park this thought of pain and crying in your mind as we move to another thought. And now imagine that if your mind was a beautiful bungalow, there was one room of hatred, there was one room of love, there was one room of anger, there was one room of happiness and joy. And now these thoughts are these chauffeur driven cars which are taking you from one room to the other throughout the day and through the multiple days in your life without even you realizing it.
It is the same thing with awareness. It already exists. The story and the narrative of the life is still the same. It is just that you have to connect with yourself, maybe just like you did here for a fraction of seconds, and find that pair of glasses that gives you clarity, purpose, likes and dislikes, meaning, goal, career, whatever.